Roach winning, probably like 1 or 2 rounds.
By 1 or 2 rounds.
It was a close fight because Tank, I don't know, I think Tank just underestimated him. You know what I mean? And he was just looking for him to be himself and get a knockout. You know,
Right.
I always said Tank is losing until he's not losing.
Right.
And all his fights, when you watch him fight against Leo Santa Cruz, against
Rolly,
you know what I mean? Even
Right.
you know, Ryan was doing good the
Right.
first couple of rounds.
So you think he
You know.
relies on the power too much?
I think he do. You know, he's losing until he's not losing. Now, he's smart. He'll walk you into some shit,
Yeah.
you know, but I just think Roach was, you know, shit, he was like, man, I ain't
I ain't got
going
nothing
for
to
none
lose.
of
Let's
that.
go. Yeah.
You
So
know?
how do you think the rematch plays out?
I think you gonna get a better Tank, but at the same time, I think Roach fought at his peak. You know, I don't think he can fight better than that.
But do you believe in the phrase when people say he got his number?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a real thing, and could it be possible
Yeah,
that
for
Roach
sure.
has his number?
Definitely. Roach can definitely have his number, but that don't mean that Tank will come in there fighting the same fight.
But what could he do different? Because when I watched
he
the
can
fight,
let his hands go more.
but I think
You know
at
what I mean?
times
He
did, and then he was being met and countered with answers back every time. So people are not used to seeing Tank in that space, because when he lands those shots, they usually end the fight, but they wasn't hurting Roach.
But that's the thing. That's the mental game of it. You know, when he was hitting Roach or Roach was blocking,
Right.
he had hit with
Right.
like 1 or 2 shots.
Right.
You know, you gotta start picking it up and throw
More
multiple
combinations, yeah.
you know?
Yeah. After you beat Errol Spence, you became like a